Yes. Now, today we are looking at children and their safety. Yeah, on children and safety. Many times we think that our children are safe, not because we considered so many factors, but simply because we believe they stay with us and with our close relatives, and as such, we think they are very safe. Have you ever noticed that children are more often abused by close relatives than strangers, by close friends than strangers? Uh, Enemies will rarely abuse their children because they have no chance to meet them, neither do they have that space, that free space to mingle with them. Now, there are some key things that you need to observe as a parent or a caretaker of that child. One, if your child seems to be too jovial, but all of a sudden develops some cold feet towards a specific individual of a family or a friend, then that's a cause for alarm. You really need to find out what's happening to this child. Why is he or she afraid of a certain relative or friend? Number two, your child who was so much in love with school suddenly disassociates him or herself with that school and keeps on mentioning a name of a specific teacher, for example, as his or her source of fear. Kindly dig further to find out what's happening. That teacher may be so abusive to your child. Number three, even for your close friends, if your child develops too much attraction, excessive attraction towards a family friend, and this could result from maybe having been taken out by this family friend, and all of a sudden this child develops too much excessive attraction or too much fear, extreme fear, that's a red flag. Try to find out. So in short, what I'm saying is that we need to be watchful of our children. There are so many factors that influence their behavior. It could be an abuse by a close relative. It could be an abuse by a close friend. We don't rule out enemies, of course. They are key perpetrators, only that theirs is very open. Remember, our greatest enemies are your friends or your closest circle. So let's be watchful of our children. Let's be keen. Every time you get back to the house in the evening, try to find out how your child's day was just by asking questions. Try to play around with them. You may notice some strange behavior, some strange odor, even for children who have been sexually abused. You may notice something strange. Do not be the type of parent who comes home and every child runs away to gain sleep because you are too harsh for them. Provide that conducive environment. Let your children feel free to talk to you about anything. It's only through that we may be able to identify the abusers and the abuses our children face. Otherwise, be watchful of your children. You are the only child's keeper. We are no longer in the ancient days where a child belongs to the community.